Are you set?
I'm
Are
good.
you ready?
I'm fine.
All right.
I'm good.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I like that I have a live fact checker. So I don't have to Google or anything.
I'm here.
It helps.
Here to fact check.
We'll talk about my failing and romancing in this game because I fucked up. Hello there, storytellers, and welcome to another video. This is Tipsy Tales, a video series where I get tipsy and tell you tales. This week I'm going to talk about a lovely, lovely game, Mass Effect Andromeda. It's the fourth in the Mass Effect franchise and probably the most hated of all of them. And we'll get into the shit show of this game in a moment, but first, we drink. So released in 2017 by Bioware and EA, Mass Effect Andromeda is just like every other Bioware game, where you spend a lot of time focusing on a main plot, but you also have to focus on a lot of the side quests. So the beginning of the entire game is set in 2185 in the Milky Way galaxy, and you play as a main character of either Scott or Sarah Ryder. So you have Sarah Ryder, who is the older twin, and Scott Ryder, who's the younger one, which is actual canon. You can't change that.
No, yeah, you can.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I remember that. I thought, like, that's a cool detail.
So their backstories are literally the same, except their personalities. Their personalities change based on which character you choose. So the Andromeda Initiative is this whole program where all the races of the universe decide that they want to populate a whole new home in the Andromeda galaxy. Each race sends about 2,000 citizens on their own vessel, called an Ark, which is a weird name for a vessel. So the whole deal is that once these Arks arrive in this new galaxy, that they need to help rebuild the Nexus, which is this like central space station. It's gonna be for living, it's gonna have central government, it's gonna wear a brand new council which will make great decisions for the entire galaxy. It's gonna go great.
No, I'm just impressed.
Why?
Because you're doing great.
The Ryder twins, let's get back to them. Their father was a human pathfinder, Alec Ryder, and whichever Ryder.
Flow Rider.
Right, Flow Rider. So whichever rider that you choose, whichever gender, you wake up on the Ark Hyperion, which is the human vessel, and it strikes a dark energy cloud called the Scourge. And that's important to remember, so let's hope I remember it later. Your twin's pod is actually destroyed in the crash and is unfortunately in a coma for pretty much most of the game. I think about 90% of the plot. And it all depends which twin is in which coma, because you can't have two riders on one game. So you meet Liam Costa, who is a human squad member, security and crisis response specialist with civilian tactical training. Cora Harper, who is the human squad member, the second in command on the human Pathfinder team, and the operations specialist in charge of ground missions. Also romanceable, also there's a lot of angst there. So the planet the humans were supposed to colonize on turns out not livable. And in the true stubborn form of humanity, they decide to get a group together of people and go out and see if there's anything salvageable. So clearly everything will be fine with that. They counter the Ket, who are this like punk-ass alien race, and they just are very, very hostile from the very get-go. And you also discover remnants, which is a synthetic alien race, and they created these weird structures throughout the planet. Long story short, Papa, Alec, and Ryder are stuck in a lightning storm, and Ryder's helmet gets damaged, and then Alec decides that he's going to give up his own helmet and save the Ryder twin. R.I.P. That's it. That's all I have on Alec. So then Ryder is revived and merged with this personal favorite character of mine, Sam, who is an AI meant for the Pathfinder, which Alec Ryder was. And the Hyperion reaches the Nexus, which was that central government thing, and finds that it's completely empty and it's kind of creepy and it's just very incomplete. So it turns out all the worlds in Andromeda are inhospitable, and the initiative is then stranded. So between a short supply of things and civil unrest, it's just a big dumpster fire in space. So as the new human Pathfinder, Ryder now has to find a whole new world to colonize on, figure out where all these other arcs are for the other races, and also fight off the Ket. So, casual, post-snap workout. Assigned the Tempest, Ryder is joined by, was it Kalo? Kalo? I never remember. And Vetra Nyx. And Kalo is the Solarian pilot of the Tempest. And Vetra is a Turian squad member, and she's street smart and knows her way around a weapon. The ship also comes with Gil Brody, who's a human engineer and mechanic. Dr. Lexi... Oh god, sorry, names are awful. Tapero? Asari Doctor aboard the Tempest, and voiced by Natalie Dormer, who is just amazing, and I love her. And Sam, a simulated adaptive matrix, artificial intelligence that was created by Alec Ryder and Dr. Suvi Anwar, human science officer assigned to the Tempest, member of the Nexus science team, and holds advanced degrees in astrophysics and molecular biology. So the first stop on this shit show road trip is Eos. So this is a desert planet with lots of radiation on it, and clearly it makes settling very, very, very difficult. So as with every planet along the way, Ryder has to unlock this remnant vault that helps repair the planet's ecosystem to make it livable. At one point, the Tempest runs/flies from a Ket fleet through the Scourge, which if you remember is a bad thing, and crash lands on the planet Io, where there's an alien species called the Angara. So while they're there, they meet Jal Amadra, who then joins the crew.
Killing it. You're killing it. Slaying.
So Jal is an Angaran squad member who's lieutenant of the Angaran Resistance, self-taught modder and tech head who likes to take things apart in his spare time. Along the way, we also pick up some more travel buddies. Nakmor Drak, who's a Krogan mercenary, among the oldest beings to join the Andromeda Initiative. He originally traveled on the Nexus, along with many other members of the clan Nakmor, but left after the Nexus uprising. Got it. Next up, we have Pelisaria Basal. See, now you have me. Damn it.
Sally.
I don't know.
Sally.
Whatever. Nickname PB. That's all that matters. Asari Daredevil prefers to be alone but has a lively and loose energy and joined the initiative because she was bored of the Milky Way and knows a lot about remnant technology, so you can see why she's on the Tempest. Ryder does a bunch of good diplomacy things and gets the Angarans happy, and they end up at a Ket facility where they discover the true plot of the Ket. They actually were experimenting on the Angarans and turning them into the Ket through a genetic modification called the Exaltation. So the Archon, who is actually the leader of the Ket, is searching for something called the Meridian, which is supposedly able to control all the vaults and in conjunction, all the worlds, that was the word, and all the worlds that they're connected to. And the Ket then have captured the Solarian Ark and experiment in all of them, which is not a cool thing. And obviously, Ryder frees the Ark and finds the location of the Meridian. So another space road trip happens, and you end up at Meridian, obviously, which is really an ancient remnant city. It's actually really pretty, too.
Yeah, they did a good job on it.
So a big battle ensues. Sam is no longer connected to Ryder, and the Ryder twin gets captured, and the Archon wants to use Sam to take over the Meridian. Very convoluted plot, really boring battle, actually. Well, they disconnected the Archon from Meridian, which in turn killed him, so he's dead now, and we're okay with that. So Ryder is now the hero, and uses the Meridian to make the Andromeda galaxy system completely livable now. So that's cool. And because the Hyperion crash landed onto the Meridian, that is where the first human settlement is going to be, and I remember there being a semi-fun party. So that's Mass Effect Andromeda. The end.
What about your thoughts on the game?
I wish that there wasn't a glitch so that I can go through a door and finish the whole game 100%.
So there's some problems with the game.
That they will never fix.
They said they will never fix, yeah.
So if you like this video, if you like me doing Tipsy Tales, please do not be afraid to hit that like button as well as that subscribe button so that you can become part of the Storyteller Squad, as well as in the description below you will find a link to my Patreon page where you can become a more official elite member of the Storyteller Squad, and I can give you things like cute photos of my pet. As always, thank you for watching, and keep on shining, Storytellers.